Judy Brown.
Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. We are coming at you with some, kind of tough news. Everything we've been talking about since we resigned on the Canby School Board about boys playing girls' sports and boys in the locker rooms has come to a tough time in Oregon sports, a sad time.
Yeah, so we are here tonight just to share a few things and just encourage you that here on Stand Tall the next couple of days we will have a petition for you to sign to be part of, and we also have a lawyer that we'll be doing a podcast with, and that will be live also if you want to tune in when it's live, and then a couple other action items for us to move forward so we can battle together. Again, we had a situation at the Oregon State girls 6A track meet.
Yeah, I think you guys, we've been asking for everybody to stand tall, and we're still right in this thing with you guys. We will at Stand Tall. This has kind of become our number one thing here. It's just a sad day for Oregon sports when we have to try to make some sense of what happened. We went down Thursday and watched a 1A, 2A, 3A, and it was a blast. We had girls going against girls, boys against boys. I think everybody had a great time. Great day, beautiful day. Hayward Field, U of O. But the last 2 days in the prelims for the 4A, 5A, 6A, but we're focusing on 6A. And that's where we had a boy competing against girls sports. And he was in there, in the prelims, and then today on Saturday in the finals. And he did really well. He's running against girls. He finished first in the 200, second in the 400, and it skewed the entire system. But more important than just track and points and finishes, it's what we've done to our young ladies. And that's why we resigned at Canby, you guys. We just said we're not going to lie to kids. We're not going to set back and take the OSAA, Oregon State Athletic Association, test. We have to take on concussion protocol and everything else, heat exhaustion. We also take stuff on abuse, and we have to be mandatory reporters. And Judy and I looked at all that and said, there's no way we can take that pledge and then put our girls out there against a boy. And that's exactly what happened. Are we mad at coaches who didn't resign with us? No. We're really mad at the people who made the policy in the first place. It's a wrong policy. And I've always felt like as a coach, and Judy and I have talked about this a lot, is the people that I thought were really poor coaches were the ones that would coach and condone dirty play, bad sportsmanship. And I feel like we've had too many people right now out there in the adult world who may be mad at Dave and Judy Brown because we're saying what nobody else wants to say in education. This is wrong.
Well, when I see posts and I know situations that are happening, when I read them and I read these girls crying because maybe they, like this girl, rightfully, she should have won. They had to have a police escort for the guy to come out for his awards. Everyone from my town was booing. I've seen several videos of booing for this situation. That has to be hard for this mentally ill young man.
Yeah, we're not here to debate that. We're here to just sit back and say it's the reason we resigned because we're not going to lie to kids. And we don't believe that this boy is any more of a girl than any other boy is. He's a boy. And you can say you want to be something else, but it's just not true. But bigger than that, bigger than this boy who's impacted now thousands, because there's a lot of people down there. And it's not just the girls competing. It's their coaches, it's their moms, it's their grandmas, it's all the other girls that have competed, people at a high level like Riley Gaines and Dallas Malloy, professional, they've been top-notch swimmers and boxers, down to the girl who just participates in track and going, why is my sport being trampled on?
Yes, so it's really disheartening. I mean, it's sad for me because I've taught high school kids. I've coached for years, 30 plus years. And just to see these girls And it's okay sometimes. It's okay to lose, because there's always going to be a winner and a loser in most of our matches and our situations of coaching. But it's how it's done, and this is not the right way.
No, it's not, and as we talk about this tonight, I know there's a lot of broken hearts out there. And I do know in the last 5 years that my wife Judy and I are sitting right here, that when we went to Canby to coach girls tennis, the first thing that happened to us 9 days in was COVID. And our season was, the athletic director walked out and said, "You're done." And we were just as shocked as everybody else. We didn't exactly know what that meant, but we were done. Girls went home, and the girls that were seniors that year were very athletic at Canby. And it was a terrible way to end their year. We know now that the way we handled COVID and vaccination and mask were not correct, but we devastated those kids. And now here we are. We haven't learned a whole lot because we're still devastating kids, and we're supposed to be here for something fun. We saw fun on Thursday, Jude. We saw fun.
Yeah, 1A, 2A, 3A, these teams just supporting each other, working hard, getting across the line, making it through prelims, getting ready for their finals. It was pretty intense and pretty exciting. Yeah, I loved being there.
We've been to the state basketball, baseball, football, softball, tennis. We love all the sports. We really do. And I just think that, again, it's our job as adults, now that we're not in the coaching ranks any longer. That doesn't excuse that every single adult in Oregon needs to step up, and that's what we're asking. We're not asking for ourselves to have a big podcast to be anything other than something helpful in Oregon. And boy, is this one that we need help with. We need people to get on our podcast daily so we can give you the action items to go about to help fight this. This is not going to be an easy fight. This is going to be a big battle, because I expect that the people who made these decisions are going to say, "You better not complain, or there'll be consequences."
Or they'll just they'll send out a letter back to people who have already sent letters in, and they've not necessarily complained, but they've discussed their concerns, and people have just kind of give them a standard letter. Here you go. This is what we do because this is what we follow. ODE, whoever they attune to.
You guys, we know what
And
happens in public education. You call in as a parent, you have a complaint. It's probably legit most of the time. And yet we know at the school level, a lot of times, they hear a lot of stuff, and it's like, "Okay, well, thank you much, Mr. Brown, and we'll look into that." And that's the end of it. And we cannot let that happen here. This cannot end today, because it didn't end today, you guys. This is the culmination of a lot of bad decisions over the last 2 years by our leaders in Oregon. And make no mistake, the coaches and the administrators and even your superintendents really don't have much to say about this. You may think they're your athletic director and your head coach and your superintendent have power to change this. Not really. They can step up. I wish all the superintendents and all the athletic directors would just get together and say no, but they won't. And that's where the coaching and condoning thing, Jude, comes into play for me, because I don't think any athletic director tonight can really go to bed feeling great about what happened today.
I agree. I wouldn't feel great about it. I would be concerned about the next time that it was happening. And it might happen this week, because there's more tournaments coming up.
Yeah.
There's the tennis tournament that there was a biological boy in the girls' tennis tournament last year. And so it might be the same thing. I'm not quite sure who made it into state.
Nope.
And so we'll see.
So that's why the argument doesn't end today. This is really kind of maybe a reflection point on this thing, where we all just get fired up enough to get something done. We believe in Oregon. We're not going anywhere. That's why we started Stand Tall in the first place, was we want to be a voice for all the people who don't want to get up on a platform and talk to other people. We want to try to represent as many people as we can, as possible. That's why we have people on the show to express their opinions and how they're running for elected office. And that's what we want to do at Stand Tall. What I guess I'm asking you to do tonight is join us, come to standtallwithdavebrown.com and keep up the listening. Tell everybody that you can come here and get information.
And the private message us so we can put you on a list so that you can get some of the special pieces of information that we have out there. Again, we'll have that petition. We want you to sign that. Make sure you do that. Make sure you tell your teams. Again, come on, parents. Come on, adults. Us adults need to stand up, and we need to do this. So stand tall with us. Stand tall with your team. Stand tall with some other parents.
Another thing, that I've heard out there, and this is one we really don't have an answer on. When you talk about boys playing boys sports, girls playing girls sports, we believe that 100%. As far as the transgender movement, the only thing I can see today is we have to have like a third option, at least for now, because what happened today can't happen again, because you're going to see girls not play. They're not going to participate because they're going to go, why should I? Why are girls sports less than boy sports? Because, I don't know, God made us a certain way, and God made men a little bit bigger, faster, stronger. He didn't make them better, though. God never made men better. He just made them a little different. And women and girls deserve so much, and we were gaining so many strides since Title IX, and we still had a ways to go, but boy, we've taken a step back like you can't believe today.
So that said, I hope you are fired up. I hope you are ready to stand tall. I'm hoping you are not going to just sit and watch Jeopardy like we always say, but you are going to take a risk, take a chance, and come with us on this journey.
Yeah, I think maybe my last thing I'll say is when you look at the girls today that were impacted by this, and we don't know them personally at all. We know some are from our town and things like that. But who's going to be the next young girl that's impacted by this in a deep way, in a bad way? And that's what I'm concerned about. As a coach, I was always looking, like 4 years out, the freshmen through their senior year. How is that going to play out so they could have a great high school experience in their coaching? And I think most of our coaches are like that. We met some of them Thursday, and they're there for all the right reasons. And I think now that this is coming into play, it's only going to get worse if we don't do something about it. Who's going to be the next girl? When I'm looking at families there on Thursday, and I'm seeing grade school kids and middle school kids, they could be the next victim. They could be the next one that has to go home and say, Mom, Dad, why is there a boy in my group? Why do I have to deal with this? Why isn't anybody standing up for me? And that's what we're going to do at Stand Tall. And we're really just asking strongly that we can be the conduit between you and the answers to fight this.
So if you have anything else that you would like to share with us or other information, we've received hundreds and hundreds of pictures of the event today at Haywood Field, from the booze to all the other things. So send them our way. We are here for you.
And Judy, I think one other thing too, we have 5 kids. We understand sports. We've been through it as a coach, but we've been through it at the parent level, and we both participated a lot in sports. So to all you parents out there that are hurting or concerned or fired up or whatever your emotions are, let's turn those into action items that can actually really get something done. I believe in Oregon. I believe that we can make this state great. I believe that we can turn things around, and we can start right here with not letting this happen again.
Yep. So again, have a great night. This is Stand Tall with Dave Brown and Judy Brown.
Thanks, you guys.